Hello people, how are you all? I hope you are doing great. Well, I am back before Sunday with two book reviews and I'm gonna make it quick, so don't worry. People who have been here before, welcome back, and people who are new, welcome. This is Vansi from Readers and Creators. So the books I am going to talk about first, and the second is sequel of the first. They are international bestsellers and recently they have been talked about a lot on Bookstagram and BookTube. So it's a Japanese book which is translated into English and it was originally published in 2009, but we have just discovered it now. So I'm talking about Days at Morisaki Bookshop and More Days at Morisaki Bookshop, right? So let's talk about the first part first. These books are written by Satoshi Yagisawa and this book is his debut book. And this is second book, okay? So it's translated by Eric Ozawa and he is a translator and writer. His own fictional book, O Vanarado, if I'm not wrong, is in work in progress. So yeah, Days at Morisaki Bookshop, a very short, sweet and tender book. You will feel very cozy after finishing this book. So it's a story about a 25-year-old girl, Takako, who got cheated on by her boyfriend and she came to live with her uncle who owned a second-hand bookshop, Morisaki Bookshop. Now Morisaki Bookshop is fictional, but the town where this is based in the story, Jimbocho, it's a real town in Japan. Takako started living on the upper floor of that bookshop, and in the beginning she was very annoyed at her uncle's hyperactive nature and constant about read this, read that, books are that, reading is that. But gradually when she has nothing to do and she looks around and only books were there, she picks up a book and starts reading. And in matter of hours, in matter of days, she was addicted to reading and she went back to books whenever she got time. So as a reader, I connected a lot with this book and I feel very upbeat about being a reader after finishing this book because it talks about how reading or books transition you, how they transform you. So the first part is about unconditional friendship, hope, and community of readers, and acceptance of life and graciousness in life. Like reading or books doesn't give you a solution of your hardships. It just gives you an escape. It just gives you a POV that you are not alone in what you are facing. There's a bigger world out there and people have faced it before you and people are still facing it with you and people are facing more than you. So it gives that point of view and the hold on one's life, the control and discipline after being a reader or after immersing in book world is just wow. And I know that. So this book was so good. I wanted to hug it. And I finished it in 3 sittings. But I have some really opposite views about the second part. So let's talk about this. Second book is More Days at Morisaki Bookshop. And when I started reading it, it was like moving into a familiar place because it started right after this. Like the story is in continuation with that. So Takako's life, and she is now doing a job and moved out from her uncle's place, and her aunt is back who left her uncle a few years ago. So there's this familiar characters where I placed myself and start living that story. So in the beginning I liked it. It is just 176 pages long. But gradually I was really annoyed. Why? Because I love detailing. I love details of pain. I love details of how an author describes texture or wrinkles of someone's face, and we are able to imagine that just by reading it. I love details where the sounds clinking and clanking plays as much role as the characters. But I don't love the details which should be left to understood by readers. Like she moved into the cafe, she sat on the table, she started talking. I hate those details. Like as an avid reader now, I am used to a very complicated and metaphorical writing. No offense to this book, but I felt a little bit irritated and I was yawning by the second half of book, and I had to flip the pages. So it was not able to hold my interest. This one was brilliant. This one bored me a little. It tells you to appreciate your reading culture. Like the author so immensely, so proudly, he talked about literature in Japan. He talked about authors. He talked about great literary works. And as an Indian reader, I took offense because I'm not doing my part as an Indian reader in promoting Indian literature. I'm not reading Indian literature as much as I should. So it is like a mirror. It is a mirror which shows me that I had to do my contribution in enriching the reading culture of my country, because this author is doing his, and that's why I like the book. So I'm from right on going to do my bit in that, but I'm just appealing to you all that you should also. And that's my review of this book. And Japanese literature rarely fails, like rarely they fail. But yeah, just keep reading, be happy, be safe, and I hope you liked this video. Just let me know by liking or commenting and subscribe. Bye bye.